for all terrain. Okay, we're at a cool little spot that I used to hunt a long time ago, probably before most of you were born. It's a farm that a friend of mine owned, and I used to metal detect it. And right here is an old colonial era home site. This is actually the spring to it. Now, my friend used to let me dig here, but then he kind of cut off the permission because too many people were coming out here sneaking on his farm. So I actually haven't detected here for a long time, but it was recently sold. It's no longer his, and it's getting ready to be developed, and the developer apparently doesn't care if people come out here. So we're going to hunt it one last time. I wanted to show you this cool spring. That's really neat. And I'll show you where the house is and stuff too. Isn't that wild? I'd imagine there'd be some Indian artifacts here too. I mean, I never really looked for them back in the day, but there's, yeah, you can see people have been digging out here not too long ago. There's, that's an old, like cowbell there. Stone up on the rock. Dig hole. But yeah, that's awesome. We might have to get down in there and dig around a little bit maybe when it warms up, see if we can find an arrowhead or two. All right, so let's go ahead and get the detector out and I'll show you around a little bit. Okay, the spring's right down there in the bushes, and this is about where the house stood, but there's a lot of dig holes up here, so it's been hit pretty hard recently. See, there's pottery around, dig hole, there's a bunch of them around here. I did find this just over the course of about the last 10 minutes. Unfortunately, I don't think my audio was on, so we're going to look at them again just in case. There's some nails. I got this signal. It's actually in someone's dig hole. And I dug down, and this is a little sash buckle. That's like a little belt buckle. It's half of it. This would be like a civilian design. There would have been a tongue piece to that. And a bunch of nails. I went ahead and dug this pit out, and there was a bunch of nails and a lot of pottery and stuff. But like I said, if the audio didn't come out good, I'm not going to show it to you. That's a piece of a brick. All right, so we're going to look around a little bit longer here, but we got plenty of land to cover. I don't want to spend a lot of time because, you know, it's already been dug. But they left something for us at least. One nice little sash buckle. That's why I just did that last little scene with the sash buckle. And I noticed an old groundhog hole over here. You can see where the groundhog is dug out like redware and pieces of pottery and stuff. So we might find something in here yet. Unfortunately, I have this big loop with me because I'm mostly going to be looking for bullets and stuff out in the fields. But we'll give this a shot too, since we're here. That's what that little groundhog hole is, last seen. I noticed a bunch of iron on the rock down here. I guess that's where people have been digging out here. That's like a piece of a cooking pot. Of course, tabs, horseshoes, straps, and stuff like that. Ground's really dark. This is probably the old trash pile part of the house. So it might be worth like looking around here a little bit more. Man, the weeds are going to be so tall here soon, though. I don't think we have more than a week or so. We better get busy. This piece of pot there. Somebody had this signal there and they dug that out. Huh, I might as well put it on the rock. You know what? I'm not going to leave that on the rock because if the new owner comes out here and sees stuff laying all over the place, he's not going to be happy. So let's just put it right there beside the rock so it doesn't look like we trashed it up. All right, good enough. I'll cover up just a little bit. There we go. So I came back over to the spring because I need to take a couple pictures of it. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. But the house itself that I was telling you about, and we already walked past the machine, gonna make it go off, but it's right over there. You know, back in, this was probably the early 80s, 1980s when I was digging here. So gosh, 80, 90, 100. That's been almost, I guess, 40 years ago. Anyway, yeah, I found this place. I was the first one ever in here. And I bet you I got probably at least 20 or 30 colonial coppers off it here in Spanish silver, and just tons of flat buttons and, you know, tombacks and stuff. Looks like there still was plenty of stuff here because there's lots of holes yet. But like I said, I hunted it probably till about the mid-90s before my friend said I couldn't come back. I was so sad because other people were still hunting it. Friends of mine I knew were still coming out here metal detecting it and coming out at night, but I never did because he, you know, because he was my friend. So, well, not just that. I guess that didn't sound right. I never came out here and night hunted it, and I didn't. But so I just want to show you the artifact layer here real quick. Right down below where all the iron was on the rock, and you can see this soil goes down. It's still dark right there. Look at that. That's all the artifact layer. There's all kinds of stuff in there, lots of nails. I don't know what that's, some type of can or something, I guess. You see pieces of pottery and brick. Yeah, this would definitely be worth just kind of digging out sometime. Just dug a nice big old piece of cooking kettle. He gave you a halfway decent squeak, actually. Well, I managed to find a rifle cartridge at least. Not my best find, though. That's kind of a cool little find right there. Looky. That is a whitetail deer buck. Someone probably shot it, and that's where the rest of it is right there. And it got away and died. Might keep that just for the heck of it. It's got a little meat on it. It's kind of gross looking, but... Ooh, what's that hole? It's a groundhog hole, but just to make sure there's no caves. Coming across the field, I did notice there was a big old sinkhole that had been filled in. So there wasn't much to see, but I could tell that it was a sizable sinkhole at one time. But we'll save this if it's not too stinky. I think I might see a treasure box. What do you think? Is it full of gold coins? Or little baby skulls? Oh, somebody broke it open. Yeah, so this was stolen from somebody. There's nothing in it. I'll try to smash it open real quick, but it sounds like whatever was in it, well, obviously it's been broken open, is gone. And there you have it, a little money drawer. I've been wandering around for 2 hours all over the fields, haven't found anything. I just got this signal here, and it appears to be something brassy. I was hoping it's going to be a button, but I don't believe it is. I don't know what that looks like. It's a pull tab. Probably Civil War pull tab. Actually, I don't know. It looks... It's not round, but it looks brassy. Kind of thinned, a little bit flattened out. I don't think it's a gasket to anything, but it's possible, I guess. But it's just a weird shape. I suspect it's more likely part of like a chain or something somebody would wear. Like a watch chain part or something, maybe. A winder. Maybe it's a winder. That could be too. No, don't know. That's where I found that little watch winder thingy. Actually, I don't know what it is right there, but right next to it, about 6 or 8 feet away, and a beautiful signal. I can see the outline of something there. Let's see. What do you think it is? Oh, that's a fuse. I think this is going to be a part of a Borman Fuse. Maybe. Yep, I do believe that's what it's going to be. This is pewter. You can tell by the crumbliness of it. Let me set you down. So this has been blown out of a round cannonball, and this is the fuse, and it's called a Borman Fuse from the guy who invented it, a Mr. Borman. But this is American Civil War. Was fired sometime between 1861 and 1864, probably in 63. So I dug this a few feet away from where I just dug that Borman Fuse, and it's a piece of iron. I'm not sure what it is. It's like it's tapered right there, though. It looks like it's supposed to have that bend in it. Not sure what that would be, but it's old. I mean, it could easily be American Civil War era. I'm gonna go back in here. Oh, sorry, Wormy. Try to pry it out of the. It's iron. Probably a big piece of shell fragment, I guess. Artillery shell. By the looks of it. What do you think? Yeah, it is. Look at that. Now this is an artillery shell fragment from the American Civil War. This would have been like a Hotchkiss or a Schenkel, probably. I don't think it was a Parrot. Ah, okay, that was probably a Schenkel. And this is part of the explosive chamber right here. This is the outer wall. You can see where it's all blown apart. So yeah, it's not the same type of shell that went to the fuse I just found, but that's definitely an American Civil War exploded artillery shell. Awesome. So I had a nice big iron signal. Was hoping it was going to be part of an artillery shell, but it's just a spring off a hay rake. This would be used, this goes on a piece of equipment that flips around and it rakes hay into windrows so you can bale it. Not a great find. That sounded like a nice giant fragment of a artillery shell, but it's actually just half a horseshoe. There's a little button, I do believe. Looky there. Looks like the back of a little flat button. What do you think? That's the shank, obviously. I suspect it's just going to be flat. Yeah, it's a little flatty, small one. Pretty nice though, I'll take it. It's always a good day when you can find something that's older than you. That's older than me by a couple hundred years. Is that an eagle on there? look almost like eagle, but I think it's just my imagination. I have an all metal, so it doesn't squeak, but it's got a nice high number, and it's pretty good size. So hopefully it's something good. Oy. Let's see if it's in there. I'll look at the meter now, see what it says. Not looking as good now, is it? I guess we're disconnected. Ah, that's why. One of those things. It's an iron oval, and they often sound good. That's a shame. Well, it's starting to rain, and the skies are getting really dark to our west, so I think I'm going to go ahead and scoot back to the truck real quick. Hope you enjoyed the little hunt. I know we didn't find a whole heck of a lot, but at least we did find a few things before the rain hit. We'll see you in the next one, I hope.
She'll take the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity.